What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from January 14th, I believe it was. Yes, 2020. Well, I'm going to give you this AEW Dark results. Your commentators were Excalibur and Dave Brown, and obviously your host of AEW Dark was Tony Schiavone and Dasha Gonzalez. And a lot of matches to talk about. Well, not a lot of matches. A few matches to talk about here. One match that didn't happen. I'll get that momentarily. But it was supposed to be three matches here, but it ends up being only two matches that happened here. But again, we'll get to what happened with that one. And one thing I want to talk about too is just basically just to get it right out of off the bat, because this was the happened on the show first. It was AEW honoring Memphis Wrestling, Memphis Wrestling, I meant to say, basically honoring the legends of Memphis Wrestling. We're taking to on this whole Memphis Wrestling Legends tribute, and basically they plugged this on AEW Dynamite before, since to on that same show where Moxley give his answer about if he's going to join the inner circle and all that. But I remember seeing it. And like some women, they I remember seeing Lenny Poffo backstage being interviewed. I can't remember who it was that interviewed him. I can't remember off the back now, but Lenny Poffo was being interviewed, and then also they showed the legends in the ring. All that. I said, "Wait, is that something going to say for AEW Dark?" And sure enough, here we are with AEW Dark. That's what they did. So what they did here is that we had Justin Roberts, who was not in the ring, but he was outside of the ring, basically right now. A few names were pertains to Memphis Wrestling legends, were pertains to reading of their accomplishments, their achievements, and basically just run their resumes about them in the wrestling business. Wrestlers, some are not wrestlers. Guys like like Jimmy Valiant. Jimmy Valiant. I meant to say. I said Valiant. I meant to say Valiant. But I kind of wish they would have also mentioned Johnny Valiant, because they were obviously they were not real life brothers, but they were a tag team though in Memphis. The Valiant brothers. Basically two WWE Hall of Famers in the tag team Hall of Fame, or just to WWE's Hall of Fame. I kind of wish they would also mention Johnny Valiant too, because he was a big part of Jimmy Valiant back in Memphis wrestling. You also had the Gibson family, what pertains to Doug Gibson, who was there, and basically being there on behalf of his late father and his late brother, and what pertains to his father being Tommy Gilbert, and his brother, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And and also obviously you got the Rock and Roll Express and Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Man, these guys are all over the place. They still know how to rock and roll, and still to this day. Lance Russell was mentioned, and his son was there on his behalf. I don't remember his name. I wish I know here about what was his name. Brian Christopher was referenced. Brian Christopher, the late Brian Christopher, who was the late son of Jerry the King Lawler, was probably Jerry the King Lawler's name was not mentioned. I kind of wish his name was mentioned, because Jerry the King Lawler, the king of Memphis Wrestling. I wish he was mentioned too. I guess AEW were afraid that WWE might copyright and all that and everything. But as long as Jerry Lawler was okay with that, that shouldn't be a problem. But you know how WWE is with pertains to that. But I kind of wish that Jerry Lawler's name would have been referenced to and all. The Poffo family, and obviously you have Lanny Poffo there. You have him there, basically, on behalf of his father and his brother. Pertains to his father, the late Angelo Poffo, and then obviously his late brother, and the Macho Man Randy Savage. Basically, before he was the Macho Man, he was known as Randy Poffo in Memphis, in Memphis wrestling. Memphis Wrestling. Excuse me. Try to spit it out. Um, and with some other names to mention too here, folks, but just to to Memphis Wrestling legends, like for example, Ted DiBiase before he was the $1 Million Man in WWE, Jake the Snake Roberts, or just Jake Roberts before he became Jake the Snake in WWE, and then represents to Sylvester Ritter, who was best known of being the Junkyard Dog in WWE. Basically, a wrestling in Memphis Wrestling before coming into WWE. Again, that's the Junkyard Dog. Also, I need to mention to Dave Brown. Like I mentioned from the top of this review that Dave Brown has been on commentary with Excalibur. Not just with Excalibur, we're not well obviously we're pertains to the AEW Dark, but we're also pertains to when I did the AEW Dynamite review. Dave Brown was also on commentary with Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. It was even though it was for that one match, but still, it was just it was something that they wanted to do with Dave Brown, who's been a comment, basically I think in a way he was like an announcer or commentator. I can't remember what it was. Or it takes to Memphis Wrestling's commentary or whatever, and then they they wanted to do something with him on AEW, and I think he did a good job. Not just on Dynamite, which obviously he couldn't say much anyways because Excalibur was always all the Excalibur on his commentary. He's always all over the place, being a mark, which is not wrong. Is that's not wrong being a mark though. But anyways, but at least with AEW Dark, where it tends to be watching it, Dave Brown did ends up getting a lot in of his influence and his talking on the show there. Especially we have Excalibur here, Excalibur there too as well. But yeah, that was, but yeah, obviously other things I could mention too as well. But basically, it was all about celebrating, and honoring, tributing, dedicating, this honoring segment to the Memphis wrestling legends. Those are still here, and those that are unfortunately no longer here. And for those that are no longer here, they did a 10 bell salute in honor of the fallen Memphis wrestling legends, and that's what they did, and it was pretty nice. I thought it was pretty nice and well done, and hopefully they'll do more of this with chance to other legendary wrestlers from other territories back in the days of different states, like Florida, where they could do with that one or that. There's a lot to do. Even Texas, if they do one for Texas too, it'll be cool too. And yeah, they should do more of that. And take a chance, take a risk. Bring out other names. And don't worry about what WWE is going to be doing. We're going to try. Oh, they mentioned that. Mention that name. Because these moves are these names are trademarked now or copyrighted. They can't say it anywhere else. Well, I guess so because you still have Cody Rhodes, who's still called Cody. Because if you mention Cody being Cody Rhodes, that's gonna be some kind of fine or something, whatever. Because the way it's paid that way, but we'll see. But yeah, but that was basically it. So yeah, so salute, applause, thank you to all to Memphis to Memphis wrestling legends of the past, and and there you go. Now we can move on to a match: Darby Allin versus Brandon Cutler. But it's been a decent match, and Darby Allin wins with the coffin drop. Then we get to the next match. It was Nyla Rose making her entrance. Also, she gets attacked by Shanna from behind. They start fighting. A table was brought in by Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose was trying to put Shanna through a table, but it didn't work. As Shanna puts, not only Nyla Rose through a table, but she also puts herself through a table after going for a spear off, basically do the ropes, off the apron to the table. And we got securities and officials coming out to break up because these two want to go at it and everything, but the match has to be called because of that. That Rose was backstage, and basically she cuts a promo, rotates to Shanna. Shanna goes to attack her, Then Nyla Rose, continued to cut the promo. Shanna did not want to give up. She went right back at the Nyla Rose. We get more pull apart, and then Nyla Rose literally said to Shanna, said, "I'm gonna kill you," and that was it. Main event, a tag team match. Because they've been they've been promoting just something with Sean Spears and um Tully Blanchard, where Sean Spears could be in a tag team, and he's gonna find a tag team worthy partner, whatever and all that. So Sean Spears comes out as he being accompanied by Tully Blanchard, and his tag team partner is a being of all people, Peter Avalon, the librarian. It also pertains to another librarian, Leva Bates. And then Peter Avalon, probably they didn't come out first actually. It was the Gun Club. You're probably asking yourselves, who's the Gun Club? The Gun Club are Austin Gunn and the badass Billy Gunn. So yeah, basically father and son, Billy and Austin Gunn, and basically Billy Gunn cuts a promo saying if you're not down with the Gun Club, we got 2 words for you, and the crowd start chanting, "Suck it!" And Austin Gunn basically he basically had his father he was egging him on to doing everything before and then that's when Big Gun said it. Okay, and that's when Sean Spears came out with Tully Blanchard, and then that's when Peter Avalon came out with Leva Bates. And then Peter Avalon talks about this is Memphis. No, he's saying this is Memphis. Oh, yeah, they're I forgot to mention the city. They're in they're in Memphis, Tennessee. My apology, folks. I forgot to mention they're in Memphis, Tennessee. So but I forgot to mention the where they're at. And obviously it's kind of already knew they were in Memphis anyways because Memphis wrestling legends, honor tribute and all that. So, anyways, so Peter Avalon talking about that. He talked about the Memphis city and talk about the Memphis wrestling legend and Jerry the King Lawler, and then he referenced something about a Memphis king who died, and Elvis Presley. I see myself really. Now, I always hate when WWE does this. When WWE reference someone's someone who's dead, and it just brings a sour taste in my mouth. This brought a sour taste in my mouth too, with potential what Peter Avalon said here, especially where pertains to me being an Elvis Presley fan. I didn't like that. I thought that was cool. I thought that was not cool. And on top of that, I'm really not liking the whole librarian thing with Peter Avalon. Not so with him, but with basically with Leva Bates. But yeah, that brought a sour taste in my mouth when Peter Avalon said that. I thought there was this company was gonna be was not gonna be like WWE, where it tends to talking about you're referencing a dead person, especially when that dead person is in Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, what pertains to the music business, and him being just being the king overall, the king of Memphis. So yeah, that really that was not cool. But we had this match. I couldn't get to the match not because of the whole reference of Peter Avalon to a dead king and Elvis Presley. I try to remember how I said it, though, but I really don't want to get into it. But match itself, I couldn't get into it really because I can't buy into Sean Spears and Peter Avalon as a tag team. It really threw me off what pertains to that whole thing. I guess in a little bit it did throw me off when Peter Avalon said that about Elvis Presley, which in my mind I really want to get pissed off on that. But that's a wrong type. That's basically a wrong type of heel heat to get, because he's already getting heel heat anyways because of this whole librarian gimmick. you really need to crap on Elvis Presley like that. But but also yeah, I want to get into the gun club, but I couldn't really get into it because not again not just because of the Elvis Presley reference, but back to what I was going to say with Sean Spears and Peter Avalon. I don't I don't buy them as a tag team. I don't get it. Why would Sean Spears of all people choose Peter Avalon to be a tag team with? And it makes you think of of Sean Spears' credibility in AEW. This is the same Sean Spears who took out Cody Rhodes with a steel chair back at Fyter Fest, where he's supposed to be dangerous and everything. And now look in the position he's in right now. It's a joke. In the end, it was the the Gun Club winning. Austin got the win over Peter Avalon, and that was basically it. So, talking about wrestling was two matches because one match never happened between Nyla Rose and Shanna. My overall rating for the show, I'm gonna give it. Well, here's the thing. I want to give the show a 6 out of 10. Just because of the Memphis wrestling legends tribute that it did. Um, but I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10 instead, just because of what Peter Avalon did there. But with that being said, that's it for AEW Dark, the show from January 4th, 2020. I mean January 14th, 2020. Excuse me. So thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the street. For this was your All Elite Wrestling Review work, just giving you this AEW Dark results. Until next time, where it pertains to more of All Elite Wrestling reviews that I need to catch up on. You all stay in peace, stay well, stay safe. I'm out, and take care.